you still enjoy watching chess? Like, does it still, or do you just flick through and think, oh, do you still get behind it? Like, I'm a boxing fan, or but when you watch all the boxing all the time, I need a break for a while. Do you still enjoy watching things play out and stuff?
Of course. Yeah, oh yeah, I'm a chess fan. Yes, for sure.
Yeah.
I love um I love chess. I follow a lot of tournaments of the grandmasters, and I of course I love to follow the games of my students.
Yeah, thank you. Right, what we got?
Okay, this is a calculation exercise, so it's a bit different than a tactic. You know, these tactics that I throw at you. This is more about calculation. Um,
Yes.
and this might take us a few minutes. It might be the only one we can do in this session, but unless you find it straight away. White to play, and what can white do here? Black has just played knight b3 on his last move.
Right, so is it white space? So is it bishop d5 for king and knight?
Okay, so again, because it's calculation, I'm not going to put it on the board.
Yeah,
And if I play king h8 then,
I'll take the knight.
and then I'll play bishop takes b2.
Oh yeah. Okay. So um bishop to d5 check.
King h8.
I take the bishop. b2 takes g7.
King
Has
takes, yeah, king takes, okay, that's check, right? Because
Yeah,
I went to h8, so it's check, so I have to take
yeah,
back. King takes
recapture.
g7.
Yeah, and then I capture the knight after it.
Exactly. Yeah, very good.
Yeah.
Um, can I also, instead of bishop d5, can I first play bishop takes g7? Can you calculate that, please?
No, because they're on different squares, light and dark.
No, I can play it on the first move. Bishop takes g7.
So bishop takes g7, king takes back. Well, it's just a swap, isn't it? Because the
Yeah.
fork, I can't give check a double attack then.
Okay, because the king is now on a different square. Exactly. Yeah.
A dark square. Yeah.
Yes. So,
Oh,
okay.
you gotta.
And is there, okay, after bishop d5, your first move, if I go to f8 instead of h8, does that make a difference?
Okay, so bishop d5 check. King f8. Yeah, because it still ends in check.
Yeah, give me the
Yeah.
moves, please.
Uh, bishop from b7 to d5 check. King moves to f8. I take on g7. King with then it's check. So king takes back. Then I take the knight on b3.
Yeah, exactly. And that's the problem. After bishop d5, the poor king has to go to a dark square. And
Yeah.
then bishop takes g7 is check. Um, if the king could go to a light square, if the h pawn was not on h7, then he could go there and would still be okay.
Mm.
Um,
Can I say, like, me trying to visually see that without moving the pieces? I can feel parts of my brain like saying, we haven't exercised these muscles before.
we say again, we have what?
So when I'm visually trying to move the pieces without you moving them and trying to calculate, I can feel parts of my mind, my brain saying, Aaron, we've not used these muscles before because
Okay.
I'm not good at you know what I mean? I'm not good at doing all of that.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
Well, that's what this is for. That's why chess is a great game. It practices our muscles.
yeah.
Yeah.
No,
No,
thank
I
you.
think
Even
I'm just
yeah.
thinking because that's why I asked you to repeat what you said because I was calculating. I guess even if the king could go to light square, um, then you can still take on g7, even if it's
Yeah.
not check.
So check there, takes back. Yeah. So I'm winning a piece. Hopefully when it all ends, I'll be up a bishop.
Yeah. Anyway, either way, you have to you have to play them in this order. You cannot take on g7 first on the first move, because then, as you said, he recaptures, and the king is now no longer on the light square where it gets where the bishop double attack happens. So that's why you have to play, as you rightly said, bishop d5 check first.
Yeah. Brilliant, Rick. Thank you.
Excellent. Are you pushed for time? You want to call it a day?
Well, you got one more in you.
Yeah, I have one more. Let's do one more.
Wow.
Maybe now you regret wanting to see one more.
Okay.
White to play. Calculation. And there's good calculation with only 4 pieces on the board. Then you can really calculate without being distracted by all sorts of other stuff. So you should be able to calculate
Well,
it in the end.
I've got C6, C5, C4. I'm assuming move towards the action. No, my luck, you'll say A5 is the answer now, but I'm gonna go with C5.
Okay, I'll play king g4.
D6.
And I'll
Hold on.
play
No, D5, please.
king f4.
So if I move away now, he'll take my pawn. You'll
Yeah,
take my pawn.
king c5, king g4, king d5, king f4, and white is in trouble, right?
Yeah, damn.
Damn.
So
So try king
okay,
c5, king g4, king d6. That's the first thing you said. Try that, and then I play king f4.
and then I can't take
Then we
one.
make these
Two.
moves. White to play.
I have to play. Okay, D5.
King d5. And how would you assess that position? Calculation after this calculation.
Well, we're in similar positions. I'm protecting my pawn. I can't take because it's
So
protected by the
it's
king.
black to play, right?
Yeah. So
So
then
what is
he'll move away, which is F3. Hold on. He can move to F5. Yeah.
he cannot move to f5. I just showed
Yeah.
that
Yeah.
you're controlling that square.
And then I can take the pawn.
When he moves away, you can take the pawn, and yeah, you have a winning position, right?
Yeah, I hope so.
Yeah.
So,
Hope
but
doesn't come into it.
yeah, you're right.
So this is an interesting position. And it's really whoever's move it is will lose. If it's white to play, you have to let go of your e4 pawn. And if it's black to play, he has to go of his e5 pawn. And that's why your move king d6, not this one, but this one was very good. Because you're attacking the pawn, he has to defend it. He can only do that this way. And then you put him in. Did we ever cover the term Zugzwang?
No.
Zugzwang is a German word, and it is probably we haven't used it yet because we haven't done a lot of endgames. But it's a very important motif in the endgame, and that is if black was allowed not to make a move, then white would not make progress. But because black has to make a move now, he's losing his pawn and losing the game.
So it's a bit like tempo moves.
It is a bit like a tempo move, yeah. Yeah, the
Yeah.
German word is Zugzwang. So this is, and
So
the German term is always used internationally.
so we've got a few things moving forward to go over. Like we go over the square again. We can go over that Zeus, um,
Zoekzwang.
Zook's van. We can go over that. We can go over calculations. So this is what I'm saying. These little things that I need to bring to my game for me to reach 1,200. Because if I don't incorporate that, checks, captures, attacks, spotting things being trapped, winning end games, seeing, like you say, when I could have took the rook with my queen, then took back with the pawn and then a fork. If I don't see those calculations, then this is what I need to get to 1,200. So it's all exciting stuff. It's all good stuff, you know.
Yeah,
I'm really looking forward to it, but there's work needs to be done.
exactly. And that's the thing. No matter how strong you are, you'll be. If you were 2,500, then also
Mm.
you'll say to me, even though I won't be your coach anymore then, but then you'll say there's more work to be done. Never
Yeah,
stops.
yeah.